Hey guys, welcome to another Mind Right Monday. Today we're talking about how you can rebuild the mental home. Hey guys, welcome back to another Mind Right Monday. I'm Bonnie Kelly, and today I am so excited to read to you a paragraph out of the book called The Master Key System. I stumbled across this paragraph when I was doing my personal development work in the morning, and it really stopped me in my tracks because it clearly shares some great insight into something that all of us need to consider. All right, let me go ahead and read that to you, and it says, if either of us were building a home for ourselves, how careful we would be in regards to the plans, how we should study every detail, how we should watch the material and select only the best of everything. And yet, how careless we are when it comes to building our mental home, which is infinitely more important than our physical home, as everything which can possibly enter into our lives depends upon the character of the material which enters into construction of the mental home. This is so powerful when you stop and think about it, and how much energy and attention to detail we put on external things that are in our life, and how careless we are to taking care of our mental homes. You know, I can really refer to this when planning my own wedding. My husband and I, for those of you who don't know, just got married just about 2 years ago. And we planned out every single detail, down to the itty-bitty little pieces, from the flowers to the colors to the lighting to the silverware to the music that was playing. Every single detail was carefully chosen to create a wonderful experience for our guests. And this energy, these thousands of hours of attention to detail, went into crafting one day. Now imagine if we just took half of that energy and applied it to construction in our mental home. And this mental home is what affects everything in our physical realities. This should be our wedding that is planned on a daily basis. And so this week we wanted to share with you 3 different tips to help you reconstruct your mental home. And the first one is investigate. Take time this week to examine your thoughts and feelings. Now this really boils down to just mindfulness, and how powerful it is to rebuild our mental minds is that we have to know what's going on in the mental mind itself. So I think of it like this. If you've ever bought a home before, it's very similar. The first stage is the investigation. You're going to spend time, effort, energy, and money into investigating your home to see if there's any kind of dry rot or infestation or any water damage that is present. We're going to test out the AC, and we're going to test out the electrical to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. Well, when reconstructing the mental home, it's the same thing. You have to invest the time, effort, energy, and sometimes the money into examining our mental home and determining what is off and why. So that investigation is just to begin to monitor our thoughts and feelings so we can quickly identify if you have sprung a leak. All right, that leads me to my next phase, which is begin repairs. Start taking micro action in your life to fix the leaks or damage you have discovered in the investigation stage. You got it. Right after you investigate, it's time to do the repairs. The same is true as if you were buying a house. After you've discovered the damage, you got to repair the damage before you move in. Well, this is very true when it comes to the mental home. Once we find thoughts and feelings or beliefs that are off, or even actions or behaviors that don't serve us, we need to do something different about it. And that's when we begin to take action. Now that action phase, as I said, is micro action. You begin to do little things to repair, and the best way to do that is to ask yourself why. Why do I behave this way? Why do I think this way? And where did it come from? Because if we can root it back down to the source, it's going to be a lot easier for us to fix that leak and prevent it from coming back. Once you've uncovered the damage, then it's time to begin repairs. All right, and that leads me to my third and final phase, which is buy insurance to protect your mental home. We have insurance on everything, our cars, our assets, our houses, our finances, but we don't think about insurance for the mind. Well, when it comes to your mind, you do want to create a barrier of protection to protect this mental mindset that you have spent so much time into creating. Now, there's two parts to this. The first one is that you got to constantly feed your mind, and that's the maintenance part of it, where you have to keep up the upkeep. That can be through books, through coaching, whether it's through learning a new class or getting a new skill. By feeding the mind, we are constantly working on evolving and growing and expanding, which is essential for that construction of the home. Well, the other part of it is now we have to protect it. And that means putting up boundaries. And some of those boundaries could be where you're just protecting yourself from negativity. Now, for me, that means limiting my exposure to television. I know that TV can be so negative. I see so many deaths and so much violence and kidnapping and murders and war and I hate you, you hate me, and it can really affect me mentally and emotionally. And so by limiting my exposure is a part of the way that I have insurance on my mind. So you have to decide what that is and for you to be able to move through that. All right, that leads me to this week's tweetable, which is also my favorite, and that is, take out the mental garbage as often as you can so that your mental well-being doesn't begin to stink. This is probably my favorite Bonnie Kelly quote of all times, and it's so true that if we are not constantly taking the garbage out of the mind, if you are not constantly emotionally detoxing the crap that comes in here, your mind is going to begin to stink. And we don't want that. So make sure that you're taking the garbage out as often as you can so that way you can keep your mind clean, fresh, and on purpose. All right, don't forget this video was brought to you from a question from viewers just like you. So you can email us all of your personal development questions and you can send them to getinspired@bonniekelly.me. And don't forget to tweet, friend, fan, and follow us on all social media platforms. And now you can Snapchat me. I'm there as well. So don't forget, that's where all the fun happens, and we cannot wait to see you again next week. Until then, I'm Bonnie Kelly. Hey guys, if you are committed to reconstructing your mental home, then boy, do I got the perfect challenge for you. And it starts today. That's right, our 21-day emotional detox challenge starts today, this Monday, right here, right now. And that is going to be 3 weeks for you to take out that mental trash, reboot your mindfulness muscles, and really get you in a place by the end where you're feeling clean, calm, and comfortable with your self-worth and self-esteem. Now, all of this starts today, and if you want to get involved with us, it's not too late. Join us down here, and we will be happy to put you in our Facebook community where you can take part in this epic challenge. So just read it below here. It should have a link to all the information, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.